Agile cat. Catches a mouse. Phoenix lifts head. Wasp enters the cave. Phoenix opens right wing. Little Dipper. Phoenix opens left wing. Waiting for fish. Poking the grass, seeking the snake. 1, 2, 3. Embracing the moon. Birds lodge in the forest. Black dragon, wings tail. Green dragon comes out of the water. Wind blows, the lotus leaves. Lion shakes head. Tiger covers head. 2, 1 and 2. Tiger covers head. Wild horse jumps to ravine. Reining in the stallion and compass. Dusting in the wind. 2, 3. Pushing the canoe with the current. Comet chases the moon. Heavenly steed flies over waterfall, lifting the curtain. Left cartwheel, right cartwheel. Bird picks up earth in his beak. Rock extends wing. We'll just go to there. That's as far as we really got. Okay. Let's do it from Heavenly Steed flies over waterfall. Ready? Lifting the curtain. Left cartwheel. Right cartwheel. I think it's swallow picks up for his beak. Rock extends wing. And last week I did look at Rock Extends Wing on video, and it does look, and I had to pay Nancy $1, I think.
No, I'm still waiting to collect.
It does look like this.
Big money, big money.
So from here, that basically the tip drops. It basically goes down when you're turning, and then when you turn, anyway, and that's the thing. So you make your circle. But I think I said like open and close or something, and it's more like just dropping. It's more just like the tip drops, then it's straight, and then you circle. Okay, so it looks more like that. When you're doing it at speed, in a way, it doesn't matter too much, but you know, to be able to explain it, I need to be more precise.
So Mike, does your turning effectively close it? You're turning out, does that effectively close it because you leave it behind?
I would say this, it starts in a straight direction. You start turning and it drops, it still sort of points to the straight direction. You bend your knee and now you point it to the corner. So it has a little bit of this in it, but it doesn't go to the right, right? So if the tip just goes down and to the left, then that's it. So to the right and then to the left is I guess maybe too big. So, but
Okay.
it's not like, I did watch Master Yang describe it on the seminar that we had. Is it a seminar? No, I guess it's his DVD. And he said it's basically diagonal flying. So it's a repeat movement, it's just diagonal flying. So the only little difference is, that you start this way and you start up. So a little bit of a difference. But still, the same thing, we don't make a big circle like this for diagonal flying, it is a smaller circle. Right, so diagonal flying. All right, so we can skip the review of that one. Oh, Nancy said no. Oh, what do you want, Nancy? I'll show you again. From here, tip up, then start to turn, drop the tip, bend your arm a little bit, have a little bit of this circling, scooping feeling, and then swing it out to the corner.
Can you do it without talking? Just show the movement.
Okay, again, here. How's that? Look good? Nancy?
Did that answer your question, Dee Dee?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Did you have something, Caesar? No? Caesar? No? Okay. All right, so that's the, anybody have any question on any other movements or this last one? Rocket complete. Last week, I thought it would go faster. Actually, I thought I had enough time. So we have this, we'll do Scoopy the Moon from Sea Bottom today, because somehow I thought it'd be very simple since we knew how to do Embracing the Moon, but that's like the end of it. So the spinning part tripped us up. I didn't have enough time to really do it. So sorry for that. That's my second, this year, my second mistake. I mean, so keep track. Okay, so let's go on then. We'll look at Scoopy the Moon from the Sea Bottom. And there's a story there. Rita, who is it that hid the moon at the sea bottom?
There was a goddess. I don't remember her name, but there's a goddess who hid in the moon.
Okay, who went looking for the moon? That wasn't Nudja, was it?
No, that wasn't Naja.
Naja,
Naja was just a brat.
Naja was the meatball boy.
Yeah.
Actually on Netflix, is it on Netflix? Naja is on
I don't
Netflix.
know. We saw Nudja a couple of years ago, and then there is another like Nudja 2, but we don't watch the beginning of it. It seemed to have nothing to. We just watched a little bit, and it wasn't tied together very well, so I didn't watch the rest of it. But Nudja was somewhat interesting, more like probably the real story about how he came to be. I don't know if it's a real story or not. But Nudja, you know who Nudja is. Who does not know who Nudja is? Nudja explores sea bottom, and okay, so he's some kind of has some kind of, I don't know. It's like he's a god in a baby's body or something like that.
Well, it took what? How many years? 9 years or something for him to be born, or something like that.
And he kept
And then
getting
he
in
came out-
trouble
he
and
came
doing
out-
bad things, and
Like a big meatball.
yeah, he was born out of an egg or something like that. So,
You can learn about him in the movie.
well, if that's a true story, or it's just for a movie, but
Or
and then
the famous story.
he got a lot of trouble. I know, and then he got in a lot of trouble, and then
Yes.
he gets like destroyed kind of at the end, but somehow his spirit is still there. And then somebody, I forget who, they make him a body out of like seaweed or something like that. So he's still around. That's the end of that first movie. So
Well, don't give away the whole movie.
well, that's the story that everybody already knows.
That's
That's
true.
every school child knows. But so he's a famous character in Chinese I don't know, myths or
Yeah,
whatever.
mythology.
I don't know about myths, but Chinese stories about him. All right, so let's look at the after rock extends wing, how we're going to do it. We talked about last week how to do the footwork. And the footwork is that you turn to the right and you bring your foot in and you step in the straight direction. Going straight direction. And then you shift and you spin around, swing your leg and touch with your heel, basically almost straight. Maybe not altogether straight, but almost straight. And then you're going to shift to the right and step back like embracing the moon and bring your foot in. Okay, that same kind of cat stance. All right, so that's the footwork. And we've done other spins in the sword, right, that are similar, like this one, you know, step and spin around, you know. So that's smaller. So this seems like it's a little bigger, I guess.
Hey, Mike, before you take it apart, could you just show me the whole thing once? I wasn't here last week.
Oh, no? Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
So from you know how to do the rock extends wing? Did you know how to do that already?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that's the diagonal flying one. All right, so from here, you turn to the right, bring the sword to the right, step, and then everything spins around, but you open your left arm, everything spins around to here, and then you reach for the sword, step back, bring it in. Okay, so it ends like scooping the moon, like embracing the moon. Okay, so I guess embracing the moon, you feel like the moon is high in the sky and pulling it down, something like that. And this one is the moon's hidden at the bottom of the sea, and you feel like this kind of feeling. Like, so we make a big scooping kind of motion to get to it, okay, to rescue it. So all right. So the hands are like this, the sword's like this. Turn to the right, and so if I just turn, it'd be like this. I'm gonna point the sword to the right. The sword's gonna move, the tip's gonna move and point back, like tiger covers his head. So tiger covers his head, we're like this, and then we go like this and bring it back and the tip up a little bit, and we hold it like a brush. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tip back up a little bit and hold it like a brush. All right. And then, all right, that's here. And the left hand's gonna come up and follow, get ready to follow. Then we're gonna step and we're gonna go to the left, so the left hand's gonna go first, level. And then we're gonna open, we're gonna like unwind, kind of wind up to the right, unwind and spin, and then your heel about straight, all right, direction. And maybe your tip not pointed straight yet. Tip is still pointed to the right of that. And then shift to the right, reach for it. The tip can keep moving till it's pointed pretty straight. And then two hands, step back, pull it, and turn to the left. Just like embracing the moon. So once we get to this point, basically is embracing the moon. Okay, with a spin. We spin and then we do embracing the moon.
So Mike, because of the camera angle, I just want to make sure that you're pointing sort of straight. You're not pointing on the diagonal, correct?
At the end, it's to the straight direction.
Thank you. Okay.
Camera.
Thank you. It's the camera. Yeah, thanks.
So from here, and then step straight and spin, and I don't know if you can see, it's something like this. See, at the end of the spin, step back, like this, okay? And toe about to the corner. And then when you reach for it, let the tip keep moving, shift to the right, then pull it down straight, see? So that's, I think, better than if you went like this. Say that you went here and you're all the way to straight. Now it's not moving. Your whole left side is moving, the right side is not moving. So I think it's better to, Nancy disagreeing with me. All right, there are two things there. We can look that up, but it's they're very close together. Okay, it's a matter of smoothness basically. So you spin around, you're like this, and somehow you reach for it and pull it in. When you pull it in, it should be straight at that point. I don't think it has to be straight till you're ready to pull it in. So I'll put Rita in charge, looking that up. Some of you should already know. Nancy should not be the only one correcting me all the time. Okay. All right, so let's try it. We did the footwork last week. We practiced a little bit. And so let's see what you can do. Turn right and then spin to the left. Step and spin.
Wait, spin.
Could we do it with you
turn
once?
right.
Yeah, just let me let people finish up. Okay. All right, so here's the footwork. We'll do the footwork first. I'm going to do the regular direction. So I'm going to turn right, and then I'm going to step. I'm going to turn right and pick my left foot up. Okay. Then I'm going to step, and I'm starting to turn left already. And I'm going to point my toe straight. Then I'm going to shift onto it and spin till my right foot is pointed about straight, the other straight direction. Okay. Then my toe points to the corner. Then I'm going to shift onto it, pick up my heel, step a little bit more back, shift back, bring my foot in for this cat stance. Remember, it's kind of an empty stance, but it's not as. Here's empty stance. It's turned a little bit so that the toes line up to the straight direction, and it's a little bit closer, but it's not right by your other foot. So I would say your foreleg is straight up and down, where usually our empty stance, I'll do it this direction. Usually our empty stance is like this, at an angle, okay? And here's straight up and down, okay? So this is the only one we have that is like this, all right? So that's the same as scooping them, as embracing the moon. Do it again. So just do the footwork. So from the bow stance to the corner, shift to the right, pick up your left foot, start turning left, open your quad, point your toe to the straight, shift and turn. And remember, your hand's gonna start turning. Turn. Then it doesn't have to be, maybe I do it too long. It doesn't have to be so long. And then shift to the right, step back, and then this cat stance.
Mike, I'm confused what the relationship is after you swing around between your 2 feet. I'm assuming before you swing around, it's one line, 2 sides. But after you swing around, they're not parallel, but are they, like, are the heels on the same line? Like, what's the relationship? Or maybe I need to see it from a different angle.
Before you, okay, after you, just at the end of spinning, I'll do this direction. Just at the end of spinning, you are there, the heel, it's about to the straight direction from your heels, but not exactly. It's
like in this one, it's kind of a bow step to the corner, but you don't think of it that way. Yeah. Okay. Like your feet are like this, right? Or like this.
I would say that your foot is somewhere in the straight direction. Your left foot here points to the corner. Your left foot should point a little bit more to the left of the corner. Okay, so your left foot is, no, that's not even true. So it doesn't really matter. You step here, you spin around, it points over here somewhere. It doesn't really matter. This is just transitional. Then you're gonna step over here somewhere, it's in here somewhere. Then you're gonna like touch with your heel though, not with the toe. Then it doesn't really matter where it points. Then you're gonna shift on it, you're gonna step back. Now you want it to point between straight and the corner. Then you shift back, and here is this cat stance. Okay, that's what matters at the end. Exactly how you step it all is done. I don't think you have to worry too much about it. Swing around, touch with your heel, so you shift onto it, heel ball toe, step back, pull your, whatever, kind of jumping, like I said before, but you're not really jumping. You're just basically shifting back and picking it up and putting it there. Okay, so yeah, it's just sort of transitional. I would not worry about it.
Thank you. That's a lot clearer. Thank you. Sorry, I missed last time and I know you went over it. Thanks.
Well, I tried to stuff it into 5 minutes or something.
Okay.
It was bigger than that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
all right,
good.
that's the footwork, right? So we have the footwork. So, and we understand the hands, right? You understand the hands is to the right, step, and then to the left, as you shift, open your left arm, and then everything spins to here, okay? Then from here, it's basically embracing the moon, okay? So let me see you do it. You can put it on, read it there maybe so people can see. All right, go. Keep doing it. When you spin, remember to keep your weight on your left leg when you spin, and then shift right and then shift left. Don't just land on it. Okay, so let me show you again. Well, I want you to be careful about this. I want it to look like this. To the right, step. Spin, see, in place on the left foot. Then to the right, step to the left. Okay? I don't want you to do this. This is what I want you not to do. Okay, and land on the right foot. It's like the other times we spin, right? We spin in place, and then we can take a step, all right? And then we shift and shift back, basically. Put it so I can see everybody dancing. So do it again. And try to spin on your left heel. And try not even to land in the middle. Try to spin in place. And here, maybe this will help you. Spin in place, don't touch the ground, okay? Spin around, don't put your heel on the ground. Have your leg out. Step, step, bring your foot in, okay? So if you spin around and try to keep your leg sticking out and not land on it, that will keep 100% of your weight on your left foot, okay? And then take your steps, okay? Then add steps into it. It is not a stepping, it's not a spin step, it's a spin and then a step. Otherwise, it's just like taking steps, right? It's like stepping around. Everybody understands what I mean, right? After you get the idea, then I don't want you to hold your foot up. But until you have the idea, if you're doing this, that's not it. That's just stepping around. Okay. So I want it to feel like a spin and then step, step, step. Okay. Okay, that's better, Rita. That's better, Dee Dee. Okay, but once you have the idea and keep your weight on the left, then go ahead and spin and touch the ground at the end. That'll stop you in the right angle. That looks good, Cesar. Yeah, Cesar doesn't like me. When you bring it in, remember, like embracing the moon, it's like holding an incense, right, with your fingers and your thumb, okay? Holding it with your thumb on the top and into your fingers, and then your left hand has got your fingers on your right hand fingers, and don't touch your thumb with your thumb. Put it on the sort. I would put it on my thumb, right? So one thumb over there, but that's not right. So put both of them on the handle, the thumbs, but the left hand fingers are not touching the handle. They're just touching your right hand fingers, okay? So that's holding incense, and that's how when we go to jump, okay, we're like this, right? So that's how we hold the incense. Then here, turn, point the sword to the straight direction, and maybe bring it down a little bit more. So that's the it's like this, but turn, keep it pointed straight. That's basically it. Okay, it's like holding incense, but to the side. So don't have it too close. Don't have it so the handle would be pointing at you. It has to be pointing, you know, you're not here. It's at the side enough. Okay. So, and you get it there by turning. So holding the incense and turn, and it goes to the side. But that is just the same as embracing the moon. Caesar looks good. Really, your foot is in too much. Remember to step with it and don't drag it. Preach. Well, okay. Okay. Oh, we have this one. That looks good. Your DD's muted.
Could I just see it dynamically with one before it, setting up this move? And then I just want to watch the whole flow, if I could.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
From here, rock extends wing, then turn right more, step, spin, step back. Okay.
All right, so our left arm does not go down, it just opens out.
Yeah, level.
It's powering the turn, and I mean, the other follows, right? You're unwinding and you unwind.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So like this, like this kind of feeling, how it would spin and we could swing our arms. So it's swinging and it's going first. So you're like this, and then you step, and then you start turning.
Right.
Swinging it. Okay. Your face is powering it, but
right.
But yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because some of us hand was coming down, and it doesn't. It's just all part of it. It just is leading, and the sword is following.
That's right. It's to the right, and then just swing it open to the left.
Okay, thank you.
That shape.
Like wasp.
Thank you. That helps. Yeah.
Okay, so Rita, when you do it, you did right now. You did like this, sort of. You started to move your left hand, and then they were closing, kind of. Okay, so it needs to go. It needs to go open, like this, open, and then keep at the end. It's pointed back. All right, back here somewhere, and then it goes forward. All right, so your whole spin, you open it and you keep that shape, and then your whole upper body, your whole body is turning and spinning with your arms. That's good. That's good there. All right, that's good. Caesar?
Okay.
Question. The energy here is like tiger covers head. Something like that, like a cut when you spin, this energy is something like that, or is it just like deflecting the spear?
Yeah, no, I think it is cutting with the tip, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, the other one is like arms together, like this. The other one has a little bit of this in it, look, a little bit of out and in, like that in it. The tiger covers his head. So like bigger and then a little in. So this one, I don't think it has it, but maybe. But still, the idea is that it's cutting, okay? And a big.
Like a cut.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
with the tip. Okay. All right, so let's go on then. What time is it? Okay, 4:30. All right, the next one is, it's almost a repeat movement. I'll do it this direction. So we're like this. What did we do from here last time when we were in this position? We did this is for people that don't know, you know, some of you already know. We did bird's eye in the forest, stand up and thrust up. This is going to be Nudja explores the sea bottom. Okay, so this is stand up and thrust down. So so you still stand up, but instead of going up, you're going to go down. And you're going to go like this, okay? So instead of this, let's see, instead of this, it's like this. And not exactly, it's also lean into it a little bit. Okay? So I'll try it again. I'll try to make it look better than that. You know, I hurt my back over a year ago, and I just haven't got it back yet. And so I'm working on trying to make myself stronger. So from here, you step, and then you still feel like thrusting up, but then you go down. Okay. So from here, down. Okay. The right hand, maybe kind of obvious. I wanted to go still up and down, okay, like we usually do, not just pointed down and thrust down, up and down. So you still feel kind of up to start with, and the tip's falling and it ends up down. The left hand's going to go, make your sore fingers and from back to forward, okay, and point down, okay, point down, palm up. And this one is palm up also, right hand palm up also. The standing on one leg is a standard standing on one leg. So here's standing on one leg. Your upper body, or maybe your hips, you're going to lean this way, but your leg is not going to change. This looks like, Master Young said, looks like a dog, okay, at a fire hydrant. So we don't want to go like this, okay? This is standard, all right? The upper body leans, okay? All right, so it's pretty simple, so let's try it. Oh, Didi has something?
And our head leans also, correct?
Uh,
Yours did.
the head goes with your body.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see how it could do anything
It's not
else.
like this, look.
No, that's right. That's right. It just goes, yeah, it stays aligned with your spine and your spine
Yeah.
is curving. Okay.
Yes, and look down, okay? Look at the direction of the sword.
Okay.
The torso is 45 or is it square?
Let's see, here it's cornery, and here it's still cornery. It's the difference between this and
Okay.
Here. And okay, so the body is just tilted a little bit, but not any different, much different than that. Okay, so let's try it. So from here, this is Nudja explores the sea bottom. Step a little bit longer and toe points to the corner. Stand on one leg and thrust down. Remember, up to down.
Left knee should be pointing straight to 12 o'clock.
Right, your right toe points to this corner and your knee points straight.
Yeah, that's
direction.
better, Rita.
Good. Caesar's good. Chu has done it before. Rita's done it before. I think it's just maybe Didi and Judy are new to this, and Didi's not doing it. So,
Yeah.
are you thinking about it correctly though, Didi?
I am doing it perfectly in my head, I'm
All
sure.
right. That's good.
Not.
All right. So, all right, this is, looks like simple. I mean, it looks simple because everybody is doing it, knows how to do it. How about you, Judy? Are you okay?
She's muted.
I know, well, okay, we'll go on then. Everybody knows how to do it, that I can see. All right, so that's pretty good, all right, so that's good. So from here, just like this, all right. This is about, I would say just 45 degrees angle is good, all right. All right, then from here, the next one is rhinoceros looks at the moon.
I know, it's just,
Rhinoceros looks at the moon. All right, so from here, we do it like this. We start to go down, turn your palm to face in. You go down, you step out towards the corner, the left corner, and you bring your left hand down, and you feel open, and then you close, and you close your right foot to point straight. So you're in a bow stance, and you look back along you look back, or the sword direction. Okay. So this feeling is similar in the saber to the 3 stars open and close, right? 3 stars open and close, you do like this. From here, you go forward, step, turn, open, close, right? And you're like this. Then you stand up and thrust out, right? So this is a lot like that. So you do it like this, again, so from here, down, step to the corner, open your left arm, feel open now, and then go into your bow stance, close. What's the other name for this? Is just a turn and look at the moon or something? I forget the other name.
No, it's just rhino looks at the moon.
Oh, there's 2 names. Anyway, so rhinoceros looks at the moon. You know, because a rhinoceros has a horn, right? So that's your horn pointing at the moon.
Mike, could you step back a little and just do the whole thing and let me see your feet because I don't have the footwork.
Here's the footwork. You're standing on one leg, do lead. Right? Then you sit and step towards the corner for a bow stance, shift and close your right foot to make your bow stance.
Oh.
So left bow stance to the corner. Okay, again, it's from here. Down, step, bow stance.
Okay.
Right. So from here with the hands down, circle down, you turn your palm, face your face. It's about your face height too, I think. Okay. And then when you step out, it can go down, circling down still, and then root, and now you feel open, and then shifting to the left, close and close your foot. And this is about, I would say, just like nose height to your sword. That makes sense because it's a
Palm facing each other, Rita.
rhinoceros. Yeah, your
Palms face
your
each
left
other.
palm faces out.
Could I see it 180 degrees from there so that we can follow you? Just yeah. Thank you. From where it starts. Right.
Right. 1 is down, palm in. 2, step and start to circle down. 3, shift in your bow stance and close. Turn and close. That's a lot feeling like reining in the stallion, right? Reining in the stallion, you're like this, and then you turn and with 2 hands, you pull the sword up, and this one is just 1 hand. Okay.
And it's our sort of wrists that cross, forearm. What is it?
It just it's their wrists are close together. They're not touching, I don't think. So from here to here. So this is like in front of basically in front of your face, this direction, your hand, and this one is just closed. Okay, it's just from open to close.
But they actually cross.
I would say they're not like this. they're kind of
Okay.
crossed, but they're not
Thanks.
touching. Oh, we have other ones where you're touching, right? You're touching like this, or you're touching on the outside, okay? This one is, they just feel closed. All right,
Okay.
and when you did Rating in the Stallion, they're touching, right? So this one is just this way on the inside, palm out. So it's basically, the rest of it's about the same, okay? It's the same. So one on the outside, one on the inside. So we got a couple of them like that, right? This one also was on the inside, and then the other one was on the outside. So
Thank
inside,
you.
outside, same. All right, so you, can you do it? Let me see you do it. Since most of you, all of you I can see know how to do it already. Good, say there's good. Rita's good. Okay, I think choose good. All right, so easy. Everything's easy today. That's good. Well, a lot of repetition. As we go on, there's some repetition, so that's why we can speed up a little bit. Let's see what I want to say. I want to say something very important. It'll come back to me. Oh, there was somebody who had. I'll say this. When we do the one I said it's similar to is this one, right? Is this 3 stars open and close? And here, palm up, and it swings down, back of your hand going, and then it opens and closes. That one is back of your arm, right? Swinging down, like striking tigers, back of your hand, okay? Swinging. This one, I guess I always did, because you bring your palm in, and I always did like all the other circles that we make are like palm out, and not the back of your palm. So somebody called me, they called me a liar. I forget how it went. I don't know. And so I went and looked at Master Young's video. This is a couple of years ago or more. And I could not see it. I could not see how he did that part exactly, because he did it kind of fast. So I still do it basically like this, palm. All the other circles we make in the left arm are palm down and out, right? It makes hardly any difference, whether it's back of your palm. But there's in my mind, there's a little thing there. I'm not sure of that one little point. Okay, if it's back of your hand going down and then out, or if it's palm down going out, I don't know. And so, sorry.
I know you pointed this out before, but when you're up, and then as this arm comes down, which face is it right at that moment it comes down? It does turn, right?
Yes, you're like this. You're like
I can't see it, sorry. Ah, there you go. Okay, thanks.
And then I'll just touch. When you start to go down, first you rotate your arm and point it in.
Okay,
But that means you could go
it
down
does.
now with the back of your hand.
It does. Yeah, you wonder why you rotated.
Well, you know what? If you didn't rotate it, you couldn't get any. So we're used to doing it palm down and going like this everywhere, right? So if I made it palm up, then it would be back of my hand. Here, it's palm in. We're not saying what it's like here. So I don't know if it's from here and it is rotating the palm down, or if it's here and it's still palm up. So that's the part, that one little distance, if it turns or not, I don't know. And I tell you, look at Master Young's video, and he didn't mention it. And I think, I can't think if there's anywhere else that we do the palm up and do that kind of circle. We do it here, embrace circles around the moon. So you're like this, and then you're like, let's see how you, here, and then you're like this, okay? You turn and you, here, look, it's palm up, because it's like a knee brush. Knee brushes are that way, right? And then back and turn, palm up. Okay, so, but then, you know, that's clear to me, palm up. Here, we're going down, here it's clear, turn it. Start to down, turn it. And then step and circle down. I just keep it palm in, basically, and then it ends up palm out. Okay, palm out, basically. From palm in and palm out, and that's when it circles. There would have to be like a, don't turn it, you know, and that's just, it isn't like that anywhere else. So I
I
just
use
do
the
it.
back of his palm.
Nancy thinks. All right, so there's maybe room for your self-expression. All right, so we'll have a few of those self-expression points in the form. All right, you can do it. I'm not sure. I usually would put Rita in charge, but Nancy's looking already, so maybe she has a different video she can look at. Okay. All right. Well, okay, that's that one. Easy. Did everybody do it? Everybody knows how to do it. It's just review for everybody here. Are you okay, Judy? I'll just have to hear you. Okay. All right.
It's not review for me, but I'm trying to learn it without doing it. So I'm doing, I thank you. I think you've cleared it up.
Okay. If everybody knows how to do the saber, and everybody that I can see doing it right now knows how to do this already. So we'll go to the next one. The next one is called shooting the goose. Okay. And if you know how to do the saber, we have something like shooting the goose in it. So you're like this. Shooting the goose is like this. You shift to the left and your left hand, well, your body, I'll say this. Your left hand follows your body and goes to the corner direction. The right hand stays in place. You move forward and you bring your foot in like a half step. Then you shift back. The right hand goes up, the sword goes up. The left hand goes down. And I guess you turn to the left side. And then you slash down and point out. What we were working on that in the saber, right? That's the jump thing, right? You jump up and come down and do that. Slash and strike in the saber. Okay. So this is that with sword fingers. Okay, but without jumping. All right, so we do it like this again. So the footwork is this way from a bow stance. You go towards the left and you take a half step. Then you shift back and then you make a good empty stance. That's it. You just adjust your foot to make a good empty stance. So I want you to probably take it enough of a half step that when you shift back, then you step out a little bit. All right, that will look right. Don't try to make it where you just shift and then you're in it. Okay, that doesn't. You need to step. Right, so I would say even if you have the right step, you should pick it up and put it back down. So it's better to step out. So make sure you step forward enough that you have a little step out. So from a bow stance to an empty stance towards the corner. And the hands are like this. So if you want to feel it, if you don't know, everybody knows it. I'm just reviewing everybody. It's like this. This is the energy of it, okay? Basically here if it was smaller, but the right hand goes up higher, okay? So the energy is this, they're both circling, okay? So if you have a wheel here, they're at opposite ends of the wheel and they're circling. And your body turning would be going with that, circle, 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 okay? So this is a little tricky though. So, but luckily you all know how to do it. So from here, it's like this. Forward, I would say separate left and forward and back. You just go along with it, okay? And just keep the sword in place, basically, and move forward. Take a half step, that's 1. 2, shift back and lift up the handle and bring the left hand down by your hip. 3, slash and lift up your left hand in front of your shoulder and point out and step. Okay, so the slash goes and then the left hand. Slash point. You know what the pointing is, right? We did pointing already. This is pointing, right? This one, Big Dipper, is pointing. Pointing is attacking acupuncture points. Okay, so what do you call that? Dim mak. I don't know if that's Chinese word or not, but dim mak is attacking acupuncture points. Supposedly you could hit somebody, and you don't have to hit them very hard, but you could poke them in a specific places that they won't tell us. You know, no matter how much you ask, they won't tell you where that is right now. But and then they can't breathe, right? And it kind of locks them up or whatever. So there are places on your body that are like that. And there are secrets. Okay, so so that's what this is. All right. If you're really going to do it, it'd probably be like this. Okay, but we're going to show it basically like striking with your palm, with your fingers pointed up, but with your sore fingers. Okay, so that's the meaning of this sore fingers when they come out like that, is attacking the acupuncture points. So we call it pointing out. All right. So from here, slash, strike, and you can step and strike out at the same time. You just need to like touch the floor just before you're done with the hand. Okay, but you don't have to step first and then do it. It just kind of the left side, whole left side comes out. So right side slash, left side come out. Okay.
Mike, again, before folks do it, could you just turn around at 180 degrees and just call it again?
Okay, let me see where.
Then we don't have to reverse it.
Where am I doing it from? I'm doing it from
Right on.
from here. Okay, from here. Okay. 1, shift to the left, extend your left hand to the corner, take your half step. 2, shift back, lift up the handle, and your left hand goes down. So a big circle. Okay, they circle each other. 3, now my body points to the corner. 3, turn to the right, slash, turn, don't turn all the way, turn some with the slashing, and then lift up your left hand and step out and point out. And at the end, your body points to the straight direction, and you look to the corner direction. All right, so when you do this part, again, 1, you step, then you step. 2, you shift back, pick up your hand, turn, point your body to the straight direction, corner direction. All right. 3, see they're moving together. 3, slashing, oh, I'm sorry, turn to the right and slash, point out, and step. 1, 2, 3. Again, from here, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Okay, let me see it. On your own, at your own pace.
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caesar looks good. The end position looks good, especially.
Yeah.
Bye, Judy.
I don't know what to do with this hand.
Okay, Chu looks good. Oh, that's pretty good, Rita. But right at the end, I want you to look like this. I want you to hold it like a brush still. So here you pull it and you're like holding it like a brush. So you go forward, up, and circle. Just tie it together. Maybe it's sort of a little bit early, but keep holding it like a brush.
Okay.
Okay. Your daughter's here.
Question. This is more like a, I don't hear it well, slashing or slicing?
It's a slashing.
Slashing. Oh,
Slash. You know what slash is, right? Like a saber. So it's the same as a saber, right? The saber, we jump up and slash strike. So it's the same slash, which is using the blade. Well, it's using the blade, but so it's slicing, right? See, but I guess a slash is in a kind of in a circle, right? Slicing is in a straight line, right? Slicing, they're there, and you slide, and you just the sword goes in a straight line. So when it's going in a circle, then that's slashing more because you're putting pressure into it.
Like pushing
Yeah,
and
you're pushing it into them at the same time, not just like slicing bread, you know, where, you know, just,
okay.
you know, a slash is kind of a slice. It's an extra hard slice, I think. The saber is curved to make the slashing better, right? And the sword is not curved, but you still have that kind of energy. Okay, any questions on it? If no questions, let's see you do it from, let's see, what's new today? Okay, from here. I'll do it with you one time. From here. Rock extends wing. Rock extends wing. Scooping the moon from the sea bottom. Naja explores the sea bottom. Rhinoceros looks at the moon. And
Shooting the goose.
shooting the goose.
Shooting the goose.
Shooting the goose. Okay, again. Rocket sends wing. And scooping the moon. Then Naja explores the sea bottom. Then Rhinoceros looks at the moon. Then shooting the goose. Okay, you do it a couple of times on your own. Ready? Okay, good. Laser pass, he passes. You need to open your left hand first, Rita. When you do
Open the
the,
left hand.
yeah, when you do the rhinoceros, you need to bring your left down and out and open and then close. You're
Okay.
doing it right. And but the rest of it was okay. And shoe looks good. So okay. Okay. So everybody has it. Now we're just at the stage of everybody reviewing. Everybody knows it, except Dee Dee. Are you gonna be doing it again with us eventually, right, Dee Dee?
Yeah, I've just been sick and I really don't have the stamina to do any of this yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, in your mind, you know, that's 90% of it. So if you imagine yourself doing it perfectly, though, perfect, what is it? Perfect thinking or whatever makes perfect.
Well, then give me a perfect model and I'll just do it. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Thanks very
You've
much.
done good. You've done good. Thank you for answering all my questions. I appreciate being here.
Oh, you're welcome. And Nancy too. Thank you, Nancy. DJ Nancy. All right. All right. See you guys. Have a good rest of your week, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow for practice, Sunday practice. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.